Bum, bum, bum.
I think it's on.
Bum, 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 ba-dum. That was just some flair added, because I'm good with flair. Hi, everybody. We are welcome to Sam Jose. I am Sam, and this is
Jose.
And tonight,
that was the noisy fan that we have.
well, you didn't grab it either, so. Well, welcome tonight. We are happy to have you here with us on this amazing Monday, June 1st of 2020, and it has become a very, very, very interesting day. But we're going to have a glass of wine instead of enjoying, not the glass of wine.
What?
Jose's not paying attention. So anyways,
I was working back here.
Tonight, we are enjoying a nice red wine because we like our red wines. We really do. And I do want to get into some more white wines at some point. We'll get there. But tonight we are drinking this Malbec Girl and Dragon from Argentina. And this great one, 2018, you can see right there. It's got a great label. I really love the dragon on it, which is what drew me to it in the grocery store, which is where you can purchase it. This nice red wine.
Sorry, and you know what the funny thing is? I'm away dragon print today, so that kind of goes with.
Oh, that worked out well. I didn't even plan that.
Wow.
But anyways, I'm going to show you the color of this wine if I can a little bit. It is a nice, deep, rich color, a little bit of the plum garnet, I guess. Anyways, I like the term garnet. But this Malbec is a nice, it's dry, smooth tannins. It's got a very earthy profile. So it may be our
internet in the area has been really bad because everybody decided to get on their streaming stuff and stream shows, apparently.
Well, anyways, we're here and we're going to enjoy it. So this Girl and Dragon wine that we're enjoying, it's heavy oak. It's got those earthy notes. It's a very much a Malbec. It's, if you're familiar with Malbecs, it's right within the vein of the type of wine that you would expect from them. It has some rich fruit. It's the rich, deeper fruit. So I get a lot of hints of plum, maybe some blackberries, and then that leads into some spices, of course, some peppery notes. And for me, I get a little bit of cinnamon on the finish as a little bit at the end, and it's got a nice, long, spicy finish. It's really nice. I enjoy it. I like my Malbecs, so that's just something that I enjoy. But from there, we tonight are discussing places that we want to go visit. So Jose and I, as you know, love to travel, and that's kind of the purpose of our entire channel, Welcome to Sam Jose, is welcoming you into our world and then us exploring the world and kind of celebrating cultures and people and all that other great stuff. So along with us. So tonight we're going to each kind of go over a few places that we want to visit together and explore, and hopefully you can join us on these journeys as we post these videos down the line. As we go through this episode, feel free to shout out with any locations of places that you want to visit, and why you want to visit those places, because your ideas may help spark some ideas for us. And likewise, if any of the places that we do want to visit are places you want to go, maybe there'll be other things that we bring up as to why we want to go visit that you can research and maybe enjoy if you do go to visit these places. Because the insight from other people, everybody has a different reason as to why they want to travel certain locations. And we're going to give you some reasons as to why we travel. Also, give us a shout out with what adult beverages you are enjoying. So Denise, let us know, what are you drinking? We're drinking Girl and Dragon Malbec. So Jose's going to take us into his dream place number one.
You guys ready for this one? All right. So my first place that I've always wanted to go to, and I've seen so many YouTube videos and all these things that just pictures and everything, is Iceland. Mm-hmm. From everything that I've heard, it's really expensive to go over there. So if I do go over there, it's going to be when I save some money, because I like to go places and not worry about money or, having to budget a little bit too much. But definitely one of those places that has some great landscapes. It has like hot springs, volcanoes, geysers, like you name it.
Aurora Borealis.
So it's one of those places that I've always wanted to go to. So hopefully one day we'll make it over there. So,
and Denise is drinking the whole country of Scotland. So good
Yeah.
for her. Or Stella, hello.
she's drinking Scotland.
Hey, Scotland has some
No, I'm not
incredible,
drinking Scotland.
well, Scotch too. Scotch
I'm
whiskey.
drinking a
So,
Stella.
the one place that I've always wanted to see, and it's not necessarily one specific place, because it's I'm going to just say the ancient world. And when I say the ancient world, I mean Greece and Egypt. Those two locales right there on that end of the Mediterranean are incredible historical places that I'd love to go see. And we'd probably need to spend several weeks in both places. Jose's okay with that, just because the amount of experiences that you can have within those places and the amount of historical events that took place that you can potentially see the sites of is just mind-boggling to me. Within Greece and also Egypt, there just is so much history there that it would be almost impossible to fully absorb or grasp the immensity of everything that's there. And so when I say that I do want to go see the ancient world, I mean the ancient landscapes. We've been to Italy, and Rome is gorgeous. We're going to have to go back to Italy to kind of really explore it. But Greece and I was a history minor for a major, and then went into a minor and really just dwelled on those stories for a long time, because they were just fascinating to me. So I definitely want to get in there. And also another reason for me is because within my books, I have based the origins of some of my mythology within my books in ancient Egypt and this ancient world. So I definitely want to go and explore those a little bit more. So that's the first area of the world that I want to go see on my bucket list.
So my other one will have to be Ireland. I've seen so many people go over there that I just had to put that on my list, because everybody for some reason goes to Ireland and they all love it.
I loved it.
Including this guy.
I need to go back.
So, apart from the huge amounts of food that they eat, that's also one of the reasons why I want to go, because I want to try all the food. But also all the landscapes that they have as well, because I'm a huge fan of landscape photography. But then you have landscapes, and then you have castles all over the place as well. So that's just an extra bonus that I want to go see.
Ireland is beautiful, and from someone who's been there too, I would go back and explore the country more. We only spent a few days there, very few days. So I would there's so much to see, and the difference between North and South, Northern Ireland and regular Ireland, as far as the difference with the UK, crossing that border was definitely an eye-opening experience, and going into Belfast and kind of seeing that was eye-opening. So I definitely want to get back into Ireland and explore more epic landscapes and castles. So that's cool. And epic landscapes, I want to go to Norway. That's on my list. And again, that goes back into some of that, the great stories of the Vikings and whatnot. Now, the Viking stories that we get are just of their conquest. There was a whole grouping of people that didn't go out on these conquests or travels. And I just think it'd be fascinating to see the homeland of these people where they started out, because they only did it for half the year, because they lived regularly in Norway. So that whole area of the world, beautiful, beautiful landscapes and just great people. And yeah, some history.
Cup. My third place, I think we're just doing 3 places tonight. Mm-hmm. So my third place would have to be Japan. That's one of the places that I've always dreamed of going, and I think it's just because of the culture and the people. That would be the main thing. Second thing why I would want to go over there is, if you know me, you know my love and passion for sushi. I love sushi. So that's probably the only thing I would want to eat. I'd be like, every single shop is going to be sushi. I'm pretty sure there's so much food to eat, but definitely
he really probably would love the food in Japan a lot more than I would.
Yeah,
because I'm not a huge seafood eater. Just by my very nature, I don't enjoy a lot of seafood or any at all. But Jose loves it. He will eat it all, and I love teriyaki and tempura and all those other things. So I'm sure I'll find something good to eat.
They have chicken tenders for you over there.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. But yeah, Japanese culture is amazing.
So
it's so beautiful, and the people are just so amazing.
And also like the buildings and the temples that they have and all that stuff. Like they have some amazing photo opportunities over there as well, because everything's so detailed and just colorful and vibrant and just big, and it's amazing. I don't know, I just love it. So I need to go over there.
And the Japanese people have a very unique worldview and how they kind of interact with the rest of the world and how they've created their culture over generations, and it's just very beautiful. So the third place and final place for me for this episode that is on my bucket list is France. And everybody, of course, I want to see the Eiffel Tower. Of course, I want to see Paris and the catacombs and the Louvre and
You saw the Eiffel Tower
the
from the plane?
yeah, I did. I've seen the Eiffel Tower twice. Once from the airport, once from the plane. But I've wanted to really explore the city itself and also get into the countryside of France. I've been to the southern coast of France in my journeys aboard the Disney Magic when I worked in the Med. We went to Marseille on our last cruise in the summer, so we have been to the southern coast there. I've been to Villefranche-sur-Mer and Cannes and some of those other places right there on the southern coast that were our ports, and just beautiful. And I just didn't get enough time to get off and explore the countryside on the south coast of France. But I also want to explore some of the area all around Paris and further on into the countryside there, because the history in Europe, and I noticed this in the UK when we were traveling around there, getting out into the countryside is where you get to really see the country that you're traveling to. And the cities are great, and they're very cosmopolitan, and they're metropolises with people all over the world. And London was so different than the countryside, so much so that, like, for example, everybody drives in the UK, obviously they drive on the left side of the road instead of the right like we do in the US. But I was always confused in London, because you would think that if just culturally they would also walk on the left side of the road, and they just don't. They were all walking on the right side of the road. And I was like, well, wonder if it's human nature just to want to pass on the right side. And my friend who lives in London, she said, well, maybe it's because London is a more worldly city. There's just more international people that live here. And sure enough, we went to Bath as one of our tours, and everybody was walking on the right side. And I was like, wow, she was right. She was right. So I want to see the differences outside of the major metro cities in some of these countries, because that was just something really little I noticed between London and a couple of the other little towns that we went to in the UK. For the most part, they all passed on the right in the smaller towns, and in the larger metropolises, they passed on the left on the smaller towns, right on the larger towns, because that's where more international people from all over the world lived in these bigger cities. And so they had just kind of adapted, and it was just an interesting thing to see. So when I talk about France, I do want to see Paris, but I want to see the outside and just some of those differences between the urban areas and the countryside areas. So just a little thought. I don't know. So
I've never been to France, so I mean,
well, we've been to the airport. It was exciting.
Running through the airport, let's just say.
And then the plane was delayed, and we had to wait right at the gate for like 2 hours. And I was like, oh, we could have been walking around, eating, enjoying the the airport.
Hotel. All right.
Maybe that's what we needed before we got to Barcelona. Anyways, we are still, so we've covered all of the places we want to visit, but we had a drawing for those of you that love our channel. Actually, we're going to do the drawing really quickly here. So some of you shared a video that you enjoyed of ours, or if you subscribed. So this was kind of a push to get our subscribers up on YouTube, and we crossed 100 subscribers just about 2 weeks ago. So we're doing a drawing for this amazing poster that Jose took this photo, and it's of the dragon on top of Gringotts Bank at Diagon Alley at Universal Studios Florida here in Orlando. And so we're going to do a quick drawing for those that participated in it, and whoever wins, we will get into contact with you, or we'll make a connection to figure out how to pass off the poster. But it was our first giveaway, and we're really excited about it. And we had some really great participation. And like I said, we passed 100 subscribers. So if you do want to still just kind of support these videos and support us, we really appreciate it. Go to our channel on YouTube, Welcome to San Jose. Find your favorite video, share it on your Facebook, Instagram, or wherever, Twitter.
Pieces of paper.
Just show people, and have them subscribe. And then just let us know, share these videos, because that's our purpose, is to kind of put information out there from our experiences. So let's go ahead and pick a name.
Bum, bum, bum. Not that one. I'm just kidding.
Ooh.
Wait. Who is it?
I'll let him type it in.
No,
so
wait.
Drum roll. Okay, sorry, my tongue's a little tired. I said some French words earlier, so that really tired out my tongue because I'm not used to the rolled R.
All right, we ready?
So the winner is
2, 3.
Lindsay Jasanovic.
Woo-hoo.
Hopefully I said her last name right. But anyway, Lindsay, we'll get in contact with you. I think I know how to get a hold of you, and we'll figure out how to get that posted to you. Congratulations, and thank you for participating in our giveaway. I'm so excited. We hope to do another one of those in the future. And like I said, that really, really depends on your support and your continued support, and we really do appreciate it. Also, if you haven't checked it out, Jay Cabranes Photography on YouTube. Jose has started his videos on his channel.
It's just my name on YouTube, just Jose Cabranes.
Yeah.
So no photography on that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. My Instagram is Jay Cabranes.
If you follow him on Facebook or whatnot, then by all means go ahead and follow him on that, and then he posts the videos there. So that's another way to find him out.
Sam also has a YouTube channel as well.
I'm not pushing it quite as much. I'm developing the content still, but it's out there. The videos are out there. I'm creating a channel.
Just look it up.
It's would you like a sample? So it's a little bit of insight into my writing process, and every episode covers a different type of topic. So the origin of stories, duality was one that I covered. I just posted one about a couple of the characters and some character development processes that I went through for them. So again, this is just us trying to share our creative works and our creative minds with the world. So we really do appreciate everybody that's joined us on this journey and will continue to join us. So with that, I want to thank you so much for joining us tonight for this episode of Wine Talk. And one last thing, we will be cutting down to one episode of this per week on Mondays at 8 p.m. Now that things have opened up, our full-time job has gone back into active active work. So we're going to be working a little bit more than we were when we first rolled these out. We still are hoping to do 2 videos a week, one of the wine talks and then one of our travel content videos or tips or around Orlando videos. So please, again, like and share and check out our other creative channels as well. So thank you so much. And again, we're enjoying Girl and Dragon wine. A nice Malbec from Argentina one last time. And you can see that on the scroller right down there as far as the information. Thank you again so much for joining us. And you have an amazing Monday night. Stay safe out there. It's a crazy world, but we'll get through it.
Bye, guys.
Bye.